Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. It is getting awfully close to Christmas time. We are coming right up on it. There's about a week and a half left before the holiday is here, and I have got so much stuff to be getting done. One of the things I'm doing right now is I'm editing a video. DL and I went on a birthday trip last week to the Gaylord Opryland Resort to check out Christmas at Opryland. I've got a whole lot of footage from that trip I'm trying to get edited together so you guys can have a special Christmas Day video. If that sounds like something you want to see, drop me a comment and tell me about it, and I will keep working at it and hopefully get it done so that it'll be dropping on Christmas Day. I've got a special Christmas video planned for the Sunday before Christmas, and this is the last one before that one. Something like that, I don't know. But this is a request that I get quite a bit, and it's a store that I have struggled with over and over again trying to get an MRE put together here. I've done 2 now at this location, but it's something that is always a bit of a fight. Recently, one of my viewers reached out and said, hey man, I found these really cool items at Aldi. You need to see if you can find them for an MRE. Sure enough, I went there one day and they had them, and I was able to put together a pretty interesting MRE. So without any further ado, let me introduce you to the Dad Budget Adventures Homemade MRE Menu AL3. This now being our 3rd MRE from Aldi. So I think you're gonna like the stuff that's in here. I got a couple of really cool items. Some of the stuff's just kind of okay, but it was perfect for what I needed, but it just wasn't anything special. So let's get in here and see what is in this homemade MRE. For our entree, the item that I was sent specifically to find, I found one of these earth-grown, plant-based Southwest burrito bowls with chipotle peppers. Now you guys know that plant-based is not my favorite thing to hear with any kind of a meal. But I've also found that there are some vegetarian options out there that are actually pretty good. This one, in fact, is not only vegetarian, it's vegan, and it's also gluten-free. But I think the best thing about this particular meal is that it has 18 grams of protein in that little pouch. But it looks like it's going to be probably pretty tasty. I'm looking forward to giving it a try. So I guess we'll see what we've got here. Now, before I go any further, I'm going to get this in the trucker's lunchbox and get it heating up, because honestly, the idea of eating a plant-based burrito bowl cold, that leaves me pretty cold. So let's get this heating up. All right, let's jump back in this bag and see what's next. As our side, because our entree is vegetarian/vegan, I needed something with some meat in it. So I picked up some of these Simms snack sticks. These are Aldi's version of Slim Jims. Now these are small, so I included 2 in there instead of just 1. And this is the original flavor. So there's nothing special about this, no really weird flavors or anything like that. They're not made out of turkey or anything. It's just a standard old Slim Jim with a different brand name. Next up, I have our walking around snack. And for that, I picked up one of these Elevation energy bars. This is the white chocolate and macadamia nut version. I have not tried this particular bar. I am a huge fan of the Elevation peanut butter crunch bars. Those things are amazing. I used to have them around all the time, and I ran out of them, and I keep forgetting to grab some more when I'm there. But as far as just a quick pick-me-up, something with some calories, something with some energy, this is a really good bar. And I'm looking forward to trying the white chocolate macadamia nut version. That's one of my favorite combinations when it comes to cookies. So maybe with this energy bar, it will be a worthy walking around snack. Next up is our dessert. Now this was something really cool that I found, and I wanted to build a Christmas MRE, and I was hoping that I could find some stuff at Aldi, because Aldi always has such a cool selection of Christmas stuff. But unfortunately, I couldn't find enough stuff to put together something that really made sense. I mean, I could have thrown some random things in there and made something kind of Christmassy oriented, but it just wasn't working for me. But what I did pick up was a variety pack of these nougat snacks. And this is the Amaretti cookie version. There were 4 different flavors. This one really kind of spoke to me. So we're gonna give that one a try and see how that was. But this is from their Christmas collection, and it looked interesting. And it had a surprisingly good shelf life for something that is in a completely clear package that doesn't really have all that impressive of a structure to it. So whereas normally things that are in packaging like this have a really limited shelf life, this is going to last for a good long time. And finally, the last item in our bag is our beverage. And for that, I picked up a pack of the Pure Aqua iced tea with lemon drink mix. This is just a 0-calorie drink mix. Of course, it's artificially sweetened. You just mix that with a bottle of water and you've got a tasty beverage. Now, I've had a lot of people over the course of me doing these videos that have kind of come in and said, well, why don't you just drink water? Why do you need to put something in it? There's a couple of reasons for that. One is this is a challenge that I put on myself to find a beverage that I can put in these meals. If I just take a canteen full of water or something, then that's leaving something out. Another reason being that sometimes you just need a little bit of flavor in your water. If you're drinking water all day, sometimes when you're sitting down, especially with a meal, you just want a little flavor. The other is if you're having to purify your own water, if you're using purification tablets or purification drops, if you're filtering water from a lake or a stream, it could have flavors even after it comes out of the filter that are going to be a little unpleasant. So having something like this that you can add to your water is an added bonus to make it a little bit easier to get your fluids in you. All right, so that's everything that is in our homemade MRE from Aldi. Let's start trying some of these things out and see how they are. And of course, as always, the first thing we want to do is get our drink mixed up so that if we find something that is a little on the funky side, we have something to wash it down with. What if one day it's the drink that's funky? All right, so let's get out our redneck crystalware and mix up our tea and see what we end up with here. Stir this up with our bamboo spork. Now the bamboo spork, trucker's lunchbox, the Jackery power supply, all that kind of stuff, Mylar bags. There'll be links for all that stuff down there in the description box. Those are affiliate links that will take you to Amazon and show you the exact items I'm using. I think the only exception to that is the Jackery because they've recently remodeled it so it doesn't really look like that. All right, let's set that aside and let's get to trying some of this stuff out. First thing we're gonna try, of course, is our side, our Simms Original Smoked Snack Stick. All right, let's get this open and see what we ended up with. I've loved Slim Jims since I was a kid. I know they're full of sodium, they're full of all kinds of nitrates and things like that, but sometimes that is just hard to beat. It's got such a rich aroma to it, it just makes your mouth water smelling these things. I mean, it smells just like a Slim Jim. All right, let's give that a try, see how that's gonna be. You know, when I buy these multi-packs of things like this and I only put a couple in here, that means that there's more that sticks around after the fact, and these are not gonna last very long, I can assure you that. I always get questions about what my system is or what I'm thinking or how I'm pricing these things out. And every once in a while, somebody will come at me and challenge my integrity because the total cost of what they see in these overlays, it's not the same as what I put up on the screen at the end of the video. And by the way, if you stick around to the end of the video, you'll see what I'm talking about. There's a price that comes up that shows how much all this costs. When I'm adding up things like this, I'm not listing the entire price of the box. I'm listing the cost of 2 of these items because that's all that's going in the meal. Yes, I paid a certain amount of money for that box, but if I'm not putting that in a single meal, I'm not charging it out for that whole thing. I can break that down. I can put it into multiple meals or I can use that for other things. So if you're wondering why the total prices that are shown on these shelf cards does not add up the same way at the end of the video, that's why. Also, if you're wondering what the rules are for how I make my MREs, they're down in the description box down below. Go check those out. It'll make things make a little more sense if you're not familiar with it. I'm gonna go ahead and open up this other one. That thing was really good, so we're gonna put that one away. Whenever I use this kind of stuff in one of these MREs, I always wish I'd put more in there. All right, let's try our lemon iced tea and see how that is. It smells like any other instant iced tea mix. There's nothing just really outstanding about it that makes it any different from anything else. Let's give it a taste, see how that goes. That's not bad. It's not great, but it is refreshing, especially after eating those really salty snack sticks. It's not anything outstanding. You know, poured over ice, and if you were really thirsty, this would be the bomb. There's that artificial sweetener taste that's in there, but it's not overwhelming with this one. And the artificial lemon is not ridiculously bad either. It's actually a pretty pleasant flavor balance overall. It's just not something I would go after if I had a choice of, say, actual fresh brewed iced tea. All right, next up is our walking around snack. It's this Elevation Energy Bar white chocolate macadamia nut. So the purpose of a walking around snack is to use it as something supplemental with the meal in the event that you don't feel like you got enough food, or to have something that you can kind of slip in your pocket and use it somewhere down the trail, or just later on after your meal has settled a little. It's some extra calories and whatnot to just kind of get you through until the next meal comes around. Wow, that's a really strong smell. I didn't expect that. White chocolate and macadamia nut. I'm not sure what that really potent aroma is. It's very sweet smelling, but I cannot place what that strong odor is. It doesn't smell bad, it's just stronger than I expected. All right, let's give that a taste. See what we got here. Oh boy, that is really sweet. That is a little overwhelmingly sweet. It's not a bad taste. It's just very, very sweet. One of the things I like about the peanut butter version of this bar is that it is moderately sweet, but it's not overwhelmingly so. This right here, I don't think I could eat this whole thing in one sitting, because I think after about 3 bites, that sweetness is really gonna get to me. But it doesn't taste really overly like a protein bar. It tastes more like a snack bar. I think it would be enjoyable. It's just I did not expect it to be quite that sweet. Whew, let's flush that out. That bar is so sweet, this tea tastes funny chasing after it. All right, it is time to get into our entree and give our plant-based Southwest burrito bowl a try. I do this for you guys, so I hope you appreciate my efforts. So while I'm getting this out, I want to tell you guys that after the Christmas Day video, I'm probably going to take a couple of weeks off. I have been hitting these videos so hard, trying to do 2 a week as I can. Sometimes I've been doing 3 a week. I feel like I need a little bit of a break. I've got to go do a little bit of shopping. I've been limited in my ability to get out and find new stores. So I need a little bit of time to do that and take care of some other videos. I've got a couple of other product review videos that are coming up, but I want to be able to make sure that I'm bringing you guys the best content that I can. So I'm going to take a couple of weeks and lay low. Hopefully you guys won't forget about me while I'm gone. And if you get to missing me that much, please go watch some of my other videos. I dropped a product review video last week that nobody watched. So please, if you want this channel to keep moving, please go watch some of those videos, even if you're not that interested in the product. Give us some views so that other companies will look at it and go, hey, we need to work with this guy. Because right now, people looking at that video are going to be like, nah, let's not waste our time. And I get it. Not everything that I'm going to review is going to be something you're going to be interested in, but just do it to support the channel. And even if you don't actually watch it, just let it run in the background. Click the like button, you know, all that. Hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, all those kind of things. All right, let's get this thing open and see what we have. This plant-based Southwest burrito bowl with chipotle peppers. Oh, it smells good. It's got a very Southwest smell to it. I'm gonna pour this out in a bowl so you guys can see this. All right, there's what we've got. It's not the prettiest thing in the world, but it's also not hideous. We've got rice, we've got corn, we've got black beans, we've got maybe some red peppers, some kind of, looks like the plant-based meat substitute chunks that are in here. So it'll give it a little bit of bite. It smells very smoky, which is interesting, but it definitely makes it smell a little more appetizing. So let's get in here and see what we've got. Here's a bite for y'all. Enjoy. All right, here's one for me. It's a little bit bland. It reminds me a lot of the Uncle Ben's that I had in my last video. It's a little spicy, but the flavor's bland. I was kind of expecting a little more than that. It's got a decent zing to it, but it's just, I don't know. There's something missing from it. I wonder what it could be. What do y'all think it needs? You guessed it. It needs some sriracha. Put on my safety goggles. You know, you know. All right, let's get that out there into the bowl and see if this helps any. Let's get us a good bite with a healthy dose of sriracha. Bon appetit. Surprisingly enough, it didn't really do much to help it along. So far, this one's not my favorite. It's not bad, don't get me wrong. It's not terrible by any means. It's just not great. Let's see if we can do anything with a little pack of Taco Bell fire sauce. Let's see if it helps. I like the flavor of the fire sauce, and flavor is the thing that this dish really needs. So maybe adding that will help. All right, let's give that a try. That was a much better addition. Sriracha was really starting to set in. So yeah, that Taco Bell fire sauce added just the right flavor to that. So if you get one of these burrito bowls from Aldi, stop by Taco Bell, get you some taco sauce packs and throw it in your kit with it. That's what it needs. You know, something else you could probably do with this is get a pack of that Star-Kissed taco meat, or maybe even the barbecue pork, throw it on top of that. That'd probably really be good with this. All right, so moving on, we have one more item to try, and that is our nougat bar, our Amaretti cookie nougat bar. This is one of those things that ever since I bought it, it's been sitting back there and just kind of lurking in the background. And I've been wanting to go try them, but I knew I had to wait for this video. I can smell a little bit of almond in there, but mostly it's just, it looks like it's just the nougat. All right, let's give this a test, see what we got. Oh, okay. That thing is ridiculously hard, and it's chewy. The flavor is great. That amaretto flavor that's in there is amazing. But if you've got tooth issues, you're going to have a time with that. That is a struggle. You really have to bite that off and just kind of let it sit in your mouth and dissolve and soften up a little bit, because that is a good way to tear a tooth out of your head. That is shockingly difficult to eat. I do like the flavor though. That was really good. But I'm not looking at losing any teeth tonight. I think to finish that, I'll probably take it and cut it up into pieces and then just throw the little pieces in my mouth. I do not like biting off of that. So that is it for our third homemade MRE from Aldi. I have to go call my dentist now and make sure that I still have all my teeth. But leave me a comment and let me know if you've tried any of these items and what your thoughts are on them, especially the nougat bars, because I really expected those to be a lot softer. In the package, they look like they would be. I don't get it. But that's a wrap for this one. We'll have another video on Wednesday, I'm hoping. We'll have the Christmas week MRE video and the Opryland video with me and DL. And then after that, I'm out of here for a couple of weeks. Hopefully you guys can survive. Don't forget that I exist. Keep coming back around. But until the next time, prepare for the world that you live in, not the one which existed. We'll see you around.